our current healthcare system for treating mental health disorders and specifically, eating disorders is failing miserably. I feel like I have a unique perspective as because I was a traditional dietitian, right? And I cannot fully describe just how ingrained it is in us. It's almost like I'll use the word brainwashing that you have to have carbs, you need carbs. Carbs are important. Carbs are the foundation of life. The Academy of Nutrition, which is the governing board of all dietitians, is heavily sponsored by processed foods, including General Mills and, Ensure and PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, the Sugar Research Foundation. And they say it's not a conflict of interest, but I'll let you guys come to your conclusion on that. I had always been a fan of like stabilizing blood glucose. Like even when I was a more traditional dietitian, that made sense to me. And I'm so grateful that, during that time, so this was late 2019, there started to be more of a movement with the carnivore and, ketogenic. There was more on social platforms, on Instagram, Facebook. And this is what I think, this is where a disconnect comes. A lot of dietitians will say like, oh, that's a fad. Oh, that's whatever. And I'm so grateful that, I try to have humility to say like, I don't have all the answers.
I think so many people out there are struggling, and the medical industry, it follows a set of guidelines that don't include lifestyle choices as major interventions in people's people's chronic illness. And this is obviously not true in every case, but it's true in a lot of cases. And unfortunately, this is creating a huge problem in society. For me, this hits close to my heart because I've been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and one of my first delusions was my food was poisoning me, and this was obviously a delusion, but there was truth behind it. Because when I started to dramatically change the quality of the food that I ate, my life improved and I'm able to be on such a low dose of medication. It wasn't just the food, it was lowering stress, education, a ton of education, really activating my mind, having a good social life, getting much better quality sleep, which is super important too, and exercising regularly. And so I see these interventions for my life at least as something that just needs to happen for me to stay healthy and for me to stay sane.